Deputy Speaker, after suffering the worst terrorist atrocity in Israel's history, and indeed the largest loss of Jewish life since the Holocaust, it is understandable that the State of Israel will now seek to eliminate the threat of Hamas and all the other terrorist organisations. Rather than having another statement, Mr. Speaker enabled a statement on Monday and an urgent question. Rather than having a statement, would it not be better for this House to have a debate in government time on a government motion so the House can express its support for the State of Israel and we can come to a ready conclusion to send a strong signal? Will she also agree with me that there can be no equivalence between the Hamas terrorists who kill, maim and torture civilians and try to eliminate as many Jews as they possibly can, compared to the Israeli Defence Force that seeks to target terrorists and to minimise the civilian casualties as a result?
I think that many members of this House would want further opportunities to discuss this very important matter. So I would suggest to my honourable friend that he pursue the idea of a debate. There has been discussion over the last week of proportionality and the term collective punishment used on the floor of this House. I think it is incredibly important that we recognise that the International Committee of the Red Cross's principle on proportionality is not meaning an eye for an eye, as some have suggested. That would be perverse. We are not suggesting via that very important principle that if the Israeli Defence Forces raided Gaza and beheaded a precise number of infants, or burnt a precise number of families, or raped a precise number of women and girls, that would be okay. Of course not. That's not what proportionality means. The principle of proportionality is seeking to limit damage caused by military operations, requiring the effects of the means and methods of warfare must not be disproportionate to the military advantage sought. What Israel is trying to do is end Hamas, end a terror organisation which is a block to peace. The IDF are a trained military force who are subject to the rules of armed conflict and international law. Their soldiers are trained in these ethical matters. Their targeting doctrine and analysis of it is in the public domain and is subject to scrutiny. I don't think that Hamas produce joint service publications, but if they did, it would say the opposite. They are there to cause damage and suffering to Israeli civilians, and they have no regard to the value of Palestinian lives either, whose suffering appears to be acceptable collateral damage to their cause. It's very important that all of us in this House understand those critical principles, and I'm sure the House of Commons Library will be able to assist honourable members.